Hey everyone, this is Alicia, and she is just beaming. She just finished our 3-month program, and her whole life has changed. But I don't want to do the talking. I'd love Alicia to do some talking. Alicia, first of all, where were you before you started this program in your health journey?
Hi, hi, hi. I have in the past, I can officially say, literally, I dealt with binge eating, disordered eating,
Hmm.
body dysmorphia. I dealt with an eating disorder basically for 15 plus years, and fought so hard to find that one thing that's just going to set me free. I've literally tried to bring Jesus into everything, which has been just a beautiful process, even working with you. But I think
Hmm.
that was really just the that just took the cake, is actually finally inviting Jesus into it. But before I came to this program, I literally was trying keto, Whole 30. I would do I've done every diet you can possibly think of. I
Yeah.
would work an hour and a half to 3 hours sometimes in the gym, just like, and then I'd punish myself if I wasn't in a gym. And if I would deem, different types of foods as good or bad, even healthy foods like avocado, honey, maple syrup, like those are amazing foods
Yeah.
for you. But I would be so terrified around food and in social situations, like so much fear and anxiety. I'd be completely triggered. Like my heart rate would increase when I would sit down for meals, even
Yeah.
if they were healthy meals. And I don't
Wow.
have any of that anymore.
Oh, it's so amazing. I love it. So let's talk about that. What were some of the strategies that we implemented that are now sticking with you as you're transitioning into making this a lifestyle?
Yeah, so I mean, aside from just having structure, but really just learning to have trust for myself, that I make really wise
Mhm.
decisions and my body knows what it needs, and allowing my body to actually speak.
Yeah.
So for example, like when I'm full, like understanding that, like, hey, I actually do have the freedom to have this food and I can just save it for later. That's great. You can have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Um, which is like the cheesecake that's in my fridge right now, just sitting there. um, but different things, just moving my body simply with, whether that's 15 minutes or 30 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be, I have to be at a CrossFit gym, or I have to be, on some sort of regimented like lifting schedule. Of course, those things are good for certain seasons of life, but for me personally, it just looked like structure. Um,
Mhm.
and I feel like much of life, like when we have structure and when we have those boundaries are always to protect certain things. So for me, that's like my goals and my health. Like those are things that
Mhm.
I want to protect. So bringing those boundaries, but also having the freedom to release those boundaries. Like if I want to have a drink at dinner with friends, great,
Yeah.
do that. Um, but it's look like actually giving my body what it's craving, which is like maple syrup and honey and avocado, and sometimes it's a pumpkin cheesecake and a burger. I don't know. Like it's just
Yeah.
implementing all the things and actually listening to things like, hey, I'm actually craving Indian food. Indian food's not bad for you,
Mm-mm.
and
Yeah.
you can have those amidst like having goals. So it's just a lot, giving myself the grace to enjoy those things and
Yeah.
understanding like it's just lifestyle.
That's so freeing. That's so
Yes.
exciting too.
You have no idea. I mean, you do have an
Oh,
idea. You did it.
yes.
So,
So
yeah.
tell me about your results mentally, physically. I want to hear both because I know
Oh
you
my
had
gosh.
such incredible results in both areas.
Oh my gosh. I remember before this program, I would purposely walk past mirrors and not look in them because I would
Mhm.
be like, ooh, that girl is not good enough. Like that girl is, I can love that girl when dot, dot, dot.
Mhm.
When she loses the tiny bit of fat that's on her stomach, when her booty gets smaller, when her legs are stronger, like all the things, when her face gets thinner, like just
Mm.
stupid, silly things. And it's like, even before this program, um, I just remember even, trying to hide myself sometimes, like even in my clothes and stuff, like never really being able to, even wearing like a huge big baggy t-shirt with like leggings and stuff. And now it's like I'm literally rocking around my house with a sports bra and leggings on, or like looking in the mirror and I'm
Yes.
like, dang, she's sexy. Dang, she looks good. Like my whole body composition has completely changed and I'm eating the most I ever have. I was just telling somebody today, they're like, what do you
Yes.
do? And I was like, listen, like you should be eating regularly throughout the day. Like I learned for the first time in my life because of you, Ashley, that I've actually been
Mhm.
severely under eating. And I was a competitive swimmer for 18 years. Like I've been in the gym,
Yeah.
working out my whole life. And I'm eating the most I ever have. And I'm like the leanest I've been and the most chiseled I've been, which is so cool. It's like,
So
yes, my
exciting.
my desire for food is not just like a gluttonous thing. It's like, no, my body actually needs it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have so much freedom. I've worked out at a gym my whole life and I used to freak out if I didn't have a gym membership or if I didn't have access to a gym. And this whole summer I've been working in my bedroom, literally in this little corner over here with like a little barbell and sometimes no weights. It's just like
Yeah.
I'm working out 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes a day. Even having a rest day, like today I did yoga, you guys, like literally,
So fun.
yeah,
Oh
I love
man.
myself.
Oh, I love it. I have inspiration goosebumps because of this. So exciting. I'm so proud. What would you say to someone who's sitting on the fence as to whether or not to do this program, which I know for a while that was you. So what would you say to your old self?
Literally stop thinking and just do it. Like I sat on the fence. I remember, Ashley, I met you like, I mean, met through like social media and what have you, like
Mhm.
2+ years ago. And when
Yeah.
I first saw your program, I was like, man, like if I just, if I just had enough money, or if I just had enough time, maybe I could do this. But there was always just this fear that would stop me. Like, oh, I can't possibly have that freedom. I can't possibly do this program because it's just not the right timing or whatever. It's
Mhm.
like, I realized that actually I will pay any dollar amount depending on how badly do you actually want to get free. And for me,
Yeah.
I got to a place that I was so desperate that I was like, I have to stop making excuses in my life and I actually have to just like do the dang thing, which literally had I not done this, I would probably still be in bondage and in absolute prison. And I just remember like the anxiety that I would have. Like I don't have that anxiety anymore, which is like anxiety. We talk about this all the time. Anxiety and stress causes you far more sickness than like, I think you said this the other day, just eating a pizza. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like if we don't manage
Yeah.
our inner worlds and our like actual stress and anxiety, then we're going to stay in that place. And for me, my number one thing was like, I want to look in the mirror and I want to feel like I'm enough. And
Mhm.
I know that that has nothing to do with like the physical body. And for me, I've done so much like inner world working, but there
Mhm.
still was just this thing. And it's like, it's so much easier than we think it is. So my advice to my old self is just pay the price because you're worth the price. You are
Yeah.
worth the investment. You are worth the time.
That's so good. Every person needs to hear that because health can be so overwhelming and it can be
Mhm.
so consuming to where it's all we think about and we get to the end of your life and we're like, wow, crazy,
Yeah.
so well, we're so proud of you, Alicia. You did amazing and we're so excited for you. So thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for letting me guide you along your
Ugh,
journey, and I'm just so proud to have been
such an
able to
honor.
help
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome.